Hello everyone, this is King Retro 11 and welcome to my latest weekly update news video as of November 14th, 2024, especially going over these topics you see on the screen right now. But before I get into those, if you want to check out my latest weekly update content video for this week's weekly update for GTL, you can find the link in the description below. And if you want to check me out on Twitch for when I stream anytime sooner or later, hopefully this week, we shall see, you can check me out on Twitch, link will be in the description below as well. Now let's start off with, first of all, very basic. Rockstar Games announces on November 8th, Circle Local Records presents Prosper, where we have this bit of information stating Circle Local Records, alumni, and Deep House legends Prosper deliver another club classic today with this rhythm, blending Prosper's signature Deep House style with radiant vocals and the rising star of Manchester. Raw, this rhythm continues to push forward a new era of Prosper's production. Download this rhythm now on all major digital music services if you guys are interested. Now, any information I haven't mentioned on my latest weekly update video, you can find it right here from Rockstar's Newswire, where they state you can prevent Doomsday for double rewards during week 2 of the Heist challenge, continuing throughout this week in GTA Online. We're on a general topic. They generally bring up this week's rewards, including for the Doomsday scenario, this week's discounts, including having discounts on the facility properties and facility upgrades and modifications, and much more. Now moving into Twitter news, Tez2 has stated on November 9th that a list of Chinese players believed to have been caught in the crossfire of Rockstar's battle with chat spammers between December 2023 and January 2024. Their bans were outliers compared to standard bans, in which if you want to check the post out right there, you can check it out. However, do be advised that it is likely a suspicious link, so I don't know if Tez2 is aware of this, but just in case, maybe ask them if you are able to join it anyways. But if you're interested anyways, just don't worry too much about it if it doesn't really affect you. But I take his word for it. I feel bad for these guys, definitely. Moving on to other news, huge news by the way, as of this week, the Grand Theft Auto Defective Edition mobile improvements are now available on consoles and PC. Look at how much more different these games look. This is amazing. Videotech UK, which has been shared by Tez2 on his own timeline, he has also stated it appears they fixed the issues raised with the lighting not being correct in the desert, since the game has distinctive lighting across all locations. Grocery games are also wiped from the menus. I guess Rockstar just basically did what I personally would like to call a hostile takeover. They just said your services are no longer required, goodbye, and we're taking over and remastering it ourselves. And look how beautiful it is. Loads of notable improvements across the board with the update. The original clouds are restored and can be observed when flying. Shout out to Video Game Deluxe for listening to the feedback from TGGM and others who raised these problems. Wow. Anyways, it's now confirmed the patch is exclusive to current gen consoles and PC, where it was stated for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC that there were numerous fixes and improvements, and added classic lighting mode, which restores the look and feel of the sky in the original games. And that's generally what Rockstar has stated in their latest patch, I suppose, if you want to call it. These new improvements are also now out for mobile, thanks to a user who stated that, yeah, it's available for GTA 3 Netflix and GTA Vice City Netflix, where they've squashed bugs and made behind-the-scenes improvements to bring Netflix members the best possible gameplay experience, which is pretty epic, I shall say that myself. And it's also now available for Xbox One and PS4 and Nintendo Switch, which is nice. Of course, going back to this post that was stated by Ben, of course, it was responded to by Tez2, where he has brought up the support article, in which that's generally all it is in regards to what Rockstar has stated. But what others have stated actually on other news outlets or intels or whatnot is that the amount of fixes that Rockstar has done to remaster the game to make it actually definitive rather than the defective ports that we've had for like the longest time now is way too long for Rockstar to even state in a changelog. So they generally made the statements as they have stated right over here, including for all platforms and all titles. That is it. But I have news on that coming up very shortly. But I would like to interrupt this little bit for stating that PlayStation has stated on November 13th that the PlayStation Plus game catalog for November includes GTA 5, Dying Light 2, Stay Human, Like a Dragon, Ishin, MotoGP 24, and The Sims 4, Island Living, and more. The full lineup can be found in that link. Tez2 would also like to share that the Diamond and Missile based series are also doubled this week with double money NRP alongside what GTA series videos has stated in their own tweet, as they like to state every Wednesday evening, which I believe doesn't hold all accountable information as of yet that I would be willing to show you guys. So that's why my videos come out much later than anyone else's, just letting you guys know. So if you want more reliable information, look no further. Anyways, PL Titus has stated Motor Wars was just disabled, so now there's 18 modes in regards to his other tweet, in which he has stated to giving Bunker, Diamond, and Missile based series, there are 19 modes available for Adversary Career Progress Challenge, which I believe these were added in just this week and put on double rewards for the GT Line's weekly update. Now, of course, this image is going to be a little popular from my channel for the next couple of days, but as far as I'm concerned, I will not read entirely through these details of the patch notes that Rockstar has done to fix or add new features or bring back classic mode for across all three games, but I'm going to go all those details in another video shortly through this week, so if you want to stay tuned for that, go right ahead. But Ben himself, aka Videotech UK, has stated, of course shared by Tez2, that they wrote up a big list of patch notes from the recent update for GTA Trilogy Defective Now Definitive Edition, so you can understand what changes were made. Huge credits and thanks to those users and GTA forums as well. Where here are all the global changes for all these three games, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. They have also made definitive fixes for Grand Theft Auto 3, definitive fixes for Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and here's the first part of the fixes done for San Andreas, and here is the second part done for San Andreas as well. And that's really all the news in regards to the patch notes that I'm going to go into detail in a future video, so if you want to stay tuned for that, go right ahead. That is totally up to you if you must. Now, they really hope Rockstar continues to let VGD further improve the games. Here's what needs to be focused next with these statements that Videotech UK has made, and nearly perfect remasters, but just needs one more big update. For those interested, by the way, Raised has shared on Twitter that Tez2 has shared on his timeline very recently I would suppose a visual mod and sound and visual mod that someone has made for GTA 5 called Natural Vision Evolved, I guess, that just enhances how the game looks and sounds and feels and whatnot. So if you want to check that out, it looks really cool, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. If you want to check it out, it's bringing tears to my eyes. It looks fucking beautiful. Check it out if you must. GTA has also stated there were rumors being circulated by the community and even some news website about grocery games having been removed from the GTA trilogy entirely, which were supposedly unfounded, but of course Rockstar has made the patch as we know it, that it has been completely wiped from the introduction screen prior to booting up the game. So you may still be able to see their titles at the very end of the credits of these games, as far as I'm concerned, but you know, the change had to be made. They were just not prepared to take on such a challenge for the past many years, and Rockstar finally just did a hostile takeover. The Netflix mobile versions have the same content, including credits to ZA Studios as the current PC and console updates. Those with access to modding tools can also confirm that Grove Street games are still mentioned in the localization files, and external editor was used for sorting by this person. So you can see GSG, basically Grove Street games. You can see all of their, I suppose, content was still kept, I guess, in the silence of the, you know, what was made silent, if you insist. But that's just all that in the background, and it's, yeah, they just were not ready for the challenge. Tez2 has stated you can now view the Heist challenge progress on the GT Line page, which of course as of now we have reached just over $5 trillion towards the money stolen from these select heist finales, which is pretty cool, which is pretty good. Actually, that's decent. Yeah, I will not say anything against it. We're doing good, so keep up the good work, guys. But anyways, of course, Rockstar Games has also mentioned in their own tweet that the GTA community has lifted more than $5 trillion in the Heist challenge so far. And of course, we have to hit the 20 trillion by December 4th to get clothes. And that's it. Just clothes and some other whatever. We'll see what it is when we get it. But anyways, that's all the news that I have to showcase to you guys in this week's weekly update news video. Of course, I'm going to go through the specifics in an upcoming video shortly through this week, so if you want to stay tuned for that, go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, that's all I have to showcase to you guys. Thank you for watching, and of course, have a good day.